Hey folks, I'm sorry I missed last week. Usually I make a video every single week. I think out of the entire year, I usually make like 50 videos, so I only miss a couple weeks. But I'll be honest, the last couple months at work and just things going on have been kind of tough, and so it's just been an awful 2 months. Students were testing at work, the workload was just building up. I had a couple health scares that just like added to the mental load, but everything's fine. I'm actually on spring break right now, so things have been chilled out. My health is great. But most of all, what I'm most excited about, the man proposed. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna tell you all about it. And don't worry, I asked him if he was okay with me making a video talking about it, and he said it was no problem. So let's talk about it. I'm so excited. So we actually went on a little spring break vacation for about 5 days to Charleston, South Carolina. And we had actually been planning this since like maybe the end of February. So it's been in the plans for like a month and a half or so. And so he took care of like the accommodations, and then I planned all of the activities. So we had about 4 days worth of activities. The first day, we just kind of arrived, but we ate dinner at this really nice restaurant called The Establishment. And then the second day we spent in downtown Charleston. We made our own candles, and we hung out at this cat cafe where you get to drink champagne and play with some shelter cats. And we made our own custom candles at this place called the Palmetto Scent Studio. And his candle was called Chill Berry, even though there was no sense of berries at all in it. And then mine was called Spring Break at Folly, because while we visited Charleston, we actually stayed on Folly Beach, which is a super nice little beach town with lots of really good restaurants. Like, we had some good food. All keto. And then the last day we were there, we chartered a fishing boat on the inland waters. Like, it's all salt water. It's like little inlet rivers for half a day, and we each caught some fish. And then the last day we got a couples massage, and so it was just a really nice vacation. And then we took some strolls through the Middleton Place gardens. While we were at the gardens, that's when he proposed. And I was just like, I was so surprised that it was happening. I had suspicions that it was gonna happen, during this trip. And so touring the gardens was like our third day there. And so when it hadn't happened yet, I was like, well, I guess it's not happening. So when it did happen, it was really a surprise. We were just like taking pictures, strolling through, looking all like the pretty trees that had like the hanging moss on them. We saw some crocodiles, we saw some statues. And so he was like, let me take my GoPro and I'll set it here, and then we'll get a picture in front of this statue. And so I'm just standing there, like a dum-dum, and we're just kind of like posing in front of this GoPro that's sitting in front of us. And then all of a sudden I feel him like rub my back. Like, I'm like, are you okay? So I start rubbing his back too, because we're just like standing there. And then he like hops over, he gets down on one knee, and he gives me the ring box. And I'm like, and he asks me, Allie, will you marry me? And I said yes. And it was so just perfect. It was a lovely day. It was, a total surprise. Like, I was half expecting it to happen during the trip, and then it didn't happen like the first 2 days. And then I was like, maybe not this time. And then it happened all of a sudden, just like out of nowhere. So it was a perfect surprise. Perfect weather, honestly, lovely weather. I wore a cute outfit by chance. I take all cute outfits when I go on vacation. I'm an overpacker. But like, I wasn't just like, I'm in the beach, I'm not gonna do hair and makeup. I did my hair and makeup. I wore a really cute outfit that I'd been wanting to try out. So it was just perfect timing, perfect everything, perfect man. So why is he the perfect man? I'll tell you what, I think it's a little bit of fate, destiny, whatever you want to call it. Kismet, is that the right word? So I actually met the man back in high school during my freshman year, but we actually had one class together in high school during my freshman year, and that was Spanish 1. Basic Spanish. I remember him being my partner a couple times. Like, we asked like the normal like Spanish 1 questions, like, what do you like to do? What music do you like? Just like, I remember having these little conversations with him, and I had such a big crush on him. He was like one of my high school crushes back in the day. So I never saw him really again in high school. Didn't have any other classes with him. Never really spoke to him again. I went off. I went to college. I moved to upstate New York. I kind of lived in Montreal for a while. I moved back home. I worked for several years, and then in February of 2020, I was out with some friends at a bar. I look over and I see this guy that I recognize, and I look over to my friend and I say, I think I know this kid. I'm gonna go talk to him. And then so I walk up to him and I introduce myself. And then I was like, hey, are you on Facebook? We should hang out and catch up. Even though we didn't really ever really know each other, we had just practiced together in Spanish, sang Me Gusta several times. And then I was actually leaving. I had my jacket on to leave when I spotted him. So I was like, okay, well, good to see you, message me on Facebook and we'll hang out. And then when I got home that night, he messaged me on Facebook. Thank God for Facebook. Thank you, Mark Zuckerberg. And we started hanging out, and then we started dating, and the rest is glorious history. It was in February of 2020, before everything shut down. So we actually had lots of quality time together. I got to find out about his interests because he was really outdoorsy. He was into camping. He liked to go walk along the river. And basically the only thing that was really open were some restaurants. So we just went out to eat and did nature-y things and spent time together and hung out. So, I know for a lot of people that was a really rough year, but for me, because it changed my life in such an amazing way that year, just getting to know him, I really liked that year. Although other things were bad, like the YouTube views totally died, but honestly, I knew from the moment that I saw him, I was like, I gotta shoot my shot. I gotta take my chance. I'm not gonna let him get away. I have to try. And so I did. And after a month of dating, I was like, okay, I really like this guy. He seems really great. He seems nice. He's calm. He's confident. He has his own interests. He seems really cool with me doing what I like to do, making videos. And I think because we grew up in the same area and we went to the same schools, we have the same interests and senses of humor, and we find the same jokes that are funny, and we amuse each other in a similar way. So I just think, he's my soulmate. So it's been just a wonderful week. I feel like, it's spring. I'm dressed in the spring outfit. I feel like everything is just anew. It was such a rough couple of months, February and March, and now it's just I can breathe. A weight has been lifted off of my shoulders. Yes, this man wants to spend the rest of his life with me. I'm so happy. And of course, the wedding planning has commenced. As soon as it happened that night, I was Googling things, time frames to plan things out. So the plan is to have a keto-friendly wedding, of course. I want to be able to eat the food. We are barbecue people. He and I both love barbecue. We love ribs. And so I think we're gonna try and do a barbecue buffet or station wedding. I've been trying to make my registries. I've got sheets and bedding and some dishes on there and some random things. But do let me know, what is something you regret putting on your registry and something you can't live without? I want to know those two things, because I feel I'm missing something, and as we go along I'm just adding random things that I think about, but I don't know. If there's something you absolutely love or hated on your registry, please let me know. Also, trying to look into a sugar-free, flour-free cake. Worst comes to worst, I'll just make a sugar-free cheesecake and just have that sitting out, and then I'll eat that, but we'll figure it out. So sorry I missed a week. It's been a rough couple months, but this past week has just been wonderful, and I don't know. I really wanted to update you guys because many of you have been watching me since before I met the man. I felt I just wanted to let you know what was going on. I wanted to share my happiness. So thank you for watching and sharing my happiness with me. I'll probably do some, more wedding update videos. We're planning for a spring wedding next year in April. We'll see, if any global issues happen. But either way, big wedding, small wedding, no wedding, I'm just really happy right now, so I'm gonna ride the happiness. If you enjoyed the video and would love to see more updates about Allie's wedding with the man, feel free to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name's Allie. Have a good one. Bye.